Welcome back, nerds, to another shout-outs and viewer mail. I need to do a jingle or something for this. I don't know. So, this show has not happened for a number of weeks at this point. I apologize if in the last 2 months or so you made a comment on one of the unverboten videos, or you subscribed and I have missed your subscription as far as giving you a shout out. I mean, the last 2 months have been a little nuts, so I apologize, but we are here to try and make up for some of that at the very least. So let's get to the shout outs on the non-YouTube platforms. So there's only one to speak of. Actually, no, there's two. I have on Twitter, J St. G. He is a writer for Joe Blow. He is also a writer over on Kamidogu, which I am also a writer for. So, thank you very much for the follow, bud. And then on Instagram, another person that I know has followed me, oh goodness, B1G Youth is a guy that I know personally, and I'm super appreciative that he's finally followed me on the Instagram. Thank you very much, B1G. We'll see you in future posts. So that is non-YouTube outlets. I still don't know how to check the Rumble subscribers, so if you subscribe on Rumble, thank you very much. Please let me know in the comments that you are a subscriber, and that way I can give you a shout out. That seems to be the only way that I can confirm subscriptions, or at least get some sort of information about who my subscribers are. Either way, thank you, and let's get to the YouTube shout outs. So on the main YouTube channel, this has been growing exponentially, and I am super excited. Thank you, all of you nerds, for being subscribers and for digesting the content, because that has also started to pick up. So you guys rock. First up, we have Strange Pulp, Logan McIntyre, Jacqueline Castro, Chris S., Samuel Gross, George McIntyre, and Jay Mitchell T. Thank you very much, nerds, for the follows. I appreciate it. On the Clips channel, we have Jacob Hayan, Vanessa Hoffman, and Devin Smith all have followed there. I believe there's a little bit of overlap. I was starting to get mixed signals from YouTube as to which channel these people were all subscribed to. So again, if I missed you, let me know. I'll give you a shout out if you so desire. And that brings us to viewer mail, comments and things, and that's all the only mail we really get. I mean, I should be going through the socials, right? I think I said I was doing that. I think we are actually doing that. It's just been 2 months, so I forgot, and I apologize. It's something we'll cover in the next one. But we have on the main channel, we have on the reaction video to Psychosexual, then now I guess called Psycho Sinner. I'm not even entirely sure they're still a band. The song Baby on Fire, Wilton King said this: I respect Five Finger Death Punch for the simple fact that they try to make music. Good. I mean, yes, I know that Jeremy Spencer used to be the drummer for Five Finger Death Punch. He is also the vocalist for the band Psycho, Sinner, Sexual, whatever. And that's the correlation. I must have said something in that video, because it's been over a year since I posted that video. I must have said something in that video about Five Finger Death Punch and how they're kind of divisive in the metal community, and so this guy's just saying I appreciate them. He doesn't say that he likes the music, he just said that they make music, that's, you know, unapologetically something from the heart. Whereas I think the implication here is that the psychosexual stuff is not. It's totally something that somebody thinks is going to do well, and it's just not, it's hot garbage. So yeah, thank you very much, Wilton. And then our only other one to talk about, because again, most of the comments that have happened in the last 2 months have happened on the verboten videos. Those two verboten videos are Orville Peck and the Mastodon Reasonably Nerdy video. We've just, my opinions on those two things have been hammered out to a point where if you need to see what I have to say about them, I've responded to every comment. I have also spoken about it in a number of videos. We don't need to hammer you over the head with it. So this one comes from last week's music news episode. The user is Ouija P1, And she says, I'm assuming it's a she, I like Kittie, but I think they would have gone a different route if they didn't go so heavy. The first album was so interesting, and the second album had the cool, dark, witchy vibe. The other albums were too safe. I tend to agree. I feel like they had a unique sound unto themselves. They started, that first record was a little bit of metalcore, new metal-y kind of vibe thing, mixing those two sounds. And then, like you said, the second one had that interesting, like witchy kind of more subdued, lower tempo kind of stuff. And then they just started trying to make death metal, and they weren't very good at it. Like the Oracle record was all right. I think that actually was the second one. What was the third one? I can't remember what the third one's title was, but it was like there were a couple of listenable tracks on there, but anything beyond that was just like, this is generic 13-year-old screaming at his mom metal, and you guys had a different trajectory as far as what the community, as far as my experience with the metal community is concerned, because everyone who liked Kittie really dug those first two records, and everything since then has been kind of, hey, you remember those first two records? So yeah, totally agree. I think they played it really safe. They were trying to do something that was accepted in the community and not something that was true to their hearts, which seems to be a theme for this episode. That is all we have for shout-outs. That is all we have for viewer mail. So if you want your shout out, don't forget to subscribe either here on the Clips channel, the Instagram, the Twitter. The Facebook is a little harder for me to find subscriptions for, and Rumble also extremely hard for me to find subscriptions for. And there are two YouTube channels, the Clips channel and the main channel, Generally Nerdy. So, Nerd News Clips, Generally Nerdy, whatever you're subscribed to, I appreciate all of you nerds. Thank you very much. We will see you in the next episode. Before we go, though, always remember that if it's generally nerdy, it's probably here.